How you doing, everybody? My name's Dave. I'm the creator of Urban Pursuit, and I'm based on Long Island, New York. I'm very happy to be a part of the Moultrie field team, and today what we're going to do is I'm going to give you guys a nice little breakdown of not only the new Edge 2 platform, but as well, coming soon, the Edge 2 Pro. So I'm very lucky to get a chance to put my hands on these, put them out in the woods, and honestly, get them out of the box and put them to use. So there's going to be a lot of info here. Quite honestly, a lot of the info that I'm going to be talking about, with you here, it's honestly right on the packaging. That is one thing that Moultrie does good right from the beginning. I mean, all this info it's right there. As soon as you purchase it, obviously you can do a lot of research on your own. Head over to MoultrieMobile.com, check out their Instagram, all the other social media pages. And honestly, just talk to anybody that uses the cameras, because anybody that uses Moultrie, they're very passionate about them. They trust them, they know the cameras are reliable. And let's face it, that's one of the most important things in the deer woods is you want something that's reliable, something you can trust. So with that being said, I mean, let's dive right into it. So the Moultrie Edge 2, that's just the second generation from the bread and butter Moultrie Edge first generation. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So right off the bat, there's going to be a lot of similar features on this camera. No SD cards. Who wants to deal with those things? Who wants to deal with buying them, programming them, putting them in a case, making sure you got them in the truck with you? Forget all that. You don't need SD cards anymore. There's built-in memory right to the cameras. All your pictures, all your videos go directly to the Moultrie app. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. You're going to be pulling from the same 4 major US networks, all right? So as far as connectivity issues, you let me know if you got a problem connecting one of these cameras, and I will be interested to hear about it. But I tell you what, if you do, the Moultrie customer support system, they are top notch. So I don't think you're going to have any problems, because like I said, you're pulling from the 4 major networks. That's very important. Earlier generation cell cameras, it was tricky, it was very spotty. But that is really where Moultrie stepped up their game, and they stand by it without a doubt. And I will attest to it. I run 10 cameras right now from them, and I haven't had one not be able to connect at all. On top of that, there's multiple ways you can get power to these cameras. You can run on 8 or 16 AA batteries, in the battery tray, or check out the Moultrie rechargeable battery pack. That's a whole other option. You combine that with one of their solar panels. If you got a bedding area you don't want to disturb, if you got a hard to reach swamp location, whatever it may be, or you actually just want to use these cameras maybe for a little security system on your property, out by the cattle guard, some remote spot of the property, there's some really interesting options that Moultrie offers, and any combination like that is going to give you more than enough power and sustainability to keep this camera running. And obviously the app, all the mapping features, the activity charts, the weather updates, all that's been a part of the Moultrie app from the beginning. You're not going to lose any of that with the Edge 2. We're just going to improve on the original platform. With the Edge 2, there is some improvements, without a doubt. It's a second generation, so there's always room for a little bit of improvement. Why not? One thing I want to touch on is the improvement as far as the clarity and the resolution for both the pictures and the videos. So with the Edge 2 platform, we're going to increase that a little bit. We're going up to 36 MP on the pictures and 1080 on the video resolution, which is very, very clear, especially for a trail camera. I mean, let's be honest. It's boasting a 100-foot range. You got a 0.4 trigger speed. For all you gear junkies out there that kind of geek out on all the specs, 100-foot range, 0.4 trigger speed. I mean, nothing's getting past these cameras. Let's just face it at that point. You know what I mean? How about this? This is a good one. On-demand photos and videos. Think about that. On-demand photos and videos. Couple ways you can look at this. You can check the camera status, just from a function standpoint. You can now, instead of waiting every 24 hours for that daily test picture or that daily, check-in, if you would, you can force the camera to do that now through the app. That opens up some interesting options. You can check your camera periodically throughout the day. You can check near this camera if you're walking into your stand location and this camera's near that. On demand, you can see if there's anything around your stand. Make sure you're not going to bust anything out. I like this feature the most because now, let's say you have a bunch of pictures and videos, you already requested them, but you're waiting for the camera to check in again. You could force that on demand, and all of a sudden now you got all that intel you've been waiting for. Trust me, I know how it is. You're at work, you got your phone blowing up, you got notifications everywhere. You're like, oh, I gotta wait for that next check-in. Not anymore. Moultrie Edge 2, great platform. Taking the Moultrie Edge, the original bread and butter, great camera, and we're just improving it. I mean, how can you go wrong? If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to myself, reach out to anybody on the field team at Moultrie, reach out to Joe, everybody. Again, the Moultrie customer support, top notch. You call them anytime, they'll get you squared away. All right? So I encourage everybody, check them out. The price point is right, the reliability's there, and it's just an overall awesome platform.